I be having so many problems trying to find the show so I
I
can
don't
post
know.
it.
I don't know. I don't know. We are live. We are live. Talk that talk, nation. What's good? Welcome
Yes,
back
sir.
to another edition of Talk That Talk podcast. I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-host, my brother, my producer of the year, producer of the year, all that good stuff. He's a ref, father, husband, dad, coach, a teacher, man, Mr. What?
Hey, Mr. Too Many Reasons himself. You know
Yeah.
what the deal is. Man,
What's
let me see the shirt today.
yeah, man, common noise.
Yeah,
I thought it said common nose for a minute, but then I had to see the eye was in there. I'm gonna say common noise.
common
What
noise.
common noise?
Common noise. And just sometimes it's just noise just be so common. People, you got to block all that out,
Just
man.
gotta block it all out, man. You gotta
Common
block
noise.
it all out. Well, ain't no blocking going down in Vegas. I tell you that
Whoa,
because
whoa, whoa, whoa.
major, major changes happening in the NFL. Very, very. Two teams is going in the wrong trajectory. Decided that it was time to make a move. And the Jets got on that phone and said, "Hey, we need DA." And we ain't talking about the DA office. We need Davante Adams, who is Aaron Rodgers, one of his best receivers that he ever got to play with, man. His go-to guy. He said, I need my guy in New York, man. And he's there. We were just talking about it last week. That supposedly Davante Adams was happy and he wanted to stay. And I said, I don't know about that. I think as of right now, he's just like, all right. But after both teams takes another L in the L column this past week, they said it's time to make some moves. So I know I wanted you to talk about this first because you are a Vegas fan, you a Raider fan, and you know,
Damn near a Raider insider at
yeah,
this point.
damn near Raider insider per se. So I want to hear your point of view about your boy Da, or your ex boy. I don't know if he's still your boy because he left because he's not a Raider no more. He's a Jet. Him deciding to move on and play in New York.
It's mixed feelings. It's mixed feelings, mainly because I just felt like he could have handled this a lot better. I felt that he was unhappy, but he kept saying he was.
Wait,
And
wait, wait,
so,
wait. You felt? I thought you said he was good. You felt like he was good. If he was unhappy, he would have said
no,
it.
I'm just talking about overall.
Oh, okay.
Overall, before we just got to this point,
Yeah, yeah.
like I said, I felt that he was happy because like I've been saying, all his interviews have always denounced anything with him leaving or anything with him trying to leave or anything like that.
Right.
You feel me? Like I said, when Deshaun Jackson came out and said he was unhappy, he wanted to be traded, he came out and threw Deshaun Jackson underneath the bus.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to be here. You feel me? He had an interview earlier and he was talking about, I'm looking forward to the Raiders and hopefully we can get off to a fast start and
Mm,
we don't have to dig ourselves out of a hole and, all those kind of things.
right.
And so then to get to week 3, after I feel like he had a bad game,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, then your hamstring at practice on that Thursday. Seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
You feel me? Then that Tuesday, it's like you ain't talked to nobody, and now you want to be traded. So
Yeah.
I just felt like he kind of held us hostage. I
Mm.
believe that he was unhappy to begin with, and just coming out, you should have just came out and said that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And we could have made something work out this all season.
Right.
We end up getting the coach that you wanted in AP. We got the OC that you kind of wanted, Luke Getzky.
Right.
Uh, you feel me? We kind of geared things towards you. We allowed, from my understanding, him saying they always came to him and at least got his opinion when it came to stuff. So it wasn't like the Raiders didn't try to cater to your needs and try to fit whatever you needed. So it's just like one of those things that you're trying to feel kind of blindsided about the situation.
Mm.
So that's why I feel like it's just mixed feelings. I understand the nature of the business. I can't be mad at him too much because we went to Fresno State together. Then he came being a Raider. So there's always going to be some loyalty in that. And, I understand. And I even said it. If the Raiders is doing bad this season, I can see him asking for a trade.
Mm.
You feel me? And I was more or less looking at it like a couple of weeks from now,
Mm.
like when the season was kind of lost. But I don't feel like the season is lost. And he did the trade kind of early. So uh, I don't know how much this makes the Jets better
Mm.
offensively. I mean, their schedule's pretty cake. To me, they got about 2 games after this week where it's kind of iffy, but the rest of their schedule is pretty cake.
Right.
Uh, the Raiders didn't get exactly what they wanted, but they did
What
get
did they
kind
get
of
in
what
the
they wanted.
trade? I
Oh,
didn't.
so it was so what happened is they got a third round pick, but they got a third round pick, but the Jets took over Davante's salary. So we got the salary dump because the Jets took it over. But the third round pick can become a second round pick if Davante Adams makes second team All Pro or the Jets make it to the AFC Championship and or the Super Bowl and Davante is playing.
Hmm.
So
These are
there
some
is some stuff.
crazy clause, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what they do. Anytime they do when you do like conditional picks,
Yeah.
it's always mirrored on like a person playing 51% of the snaps or
Hmm.
doing something. That's a very common thing. So they just got a couple of caveats to make it a condition a second round pick
Yeah.
because the Jets traded their extra third round pick they got from the Lions
Yeah.
to the Raiders.
Yeah.
And so that can become the Jets second round pick. So we'll see how everything shake out. But the Raiders got cap space. Next year we're looking to be walking at 106 million, which is currently slated to be the fourth most of any team.
106 million, a
And
lot.
yeah, and on the bright side, we got TB12 in the ownership group. You feel me? With 10% stake in ownership. So you feel me? We lose Davante, but we gain TB, and we can talk about more about TB a little later
Yeah.
in the show. But that's just kind of how I feel, bro.
Um, here's the thing. I'm happy that it's over with. That's what I am happy about. I knew that he wasn't happy. If you looked at the show on Netflix, you could tell he
Yeah,
wasn't happy. And he was trying to be the good guy. He was trying to be, like I'm from, the Bay. I'm playing for my childhood team, the Raiders. I've always wanted to be a Raider. And it just didn't work out. Sometimes the things you have in your mind, the fantasies that you think about and say, man, that'd be dope to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And then you actually get to experience that. You're like, man, it wasn't even all that. It was like whatever. Like it's just like whatever. And I think his experience started off good, and then
yeah.
it kind of started to falter when you lost your quarterback. You
Lost
know,
your boy.
lost your boy, and then you haven't replaced the quarterback, and the quarterbacks that you have was very inconsistent. And he's a guy that demands the football. He wants to be the guy. You know what I mean? He wants to be the top receiver in the league, which we've seen him be when he was in Green Bay, one of the most elite receivers in the game or whatnot. And he has the potential. And going to the New York Jets, does that make them Super Bowl contenders? I wouldn't say Super Bowl contenders because they got too many problems. I feel like the Jets defense is okay.
It ain't as dominant as it's been.
It ain't as dominant, but it's okay. It's solid. I mean, they haven't gave up no touchdowns in the fourth quarter. That's the first team of any that still haven't gave up a touchdown in the fourth. They lost that game because of offensive penalties and defensive bonehead plays. They should have beat the Bills. I felt like they had that second half in control, and they costly penalties, and they offensive line. I didn't know the Jets offensive line was so atrocious. It's
It's bad.
it is awful,
It's
and
bad.
then it doesn't help with the play call. But I think Davante Adams will help Aaron Rodgers. It will build trust. He has a guy that he can go to, and he still got the young stud, my boy Wilson. And I think it's going to make them better offensively. And you can't forget about Hall in the backfield. They're going to be a dynamic team. They're going to be a real dynamic team, and they're going to have weapons that can hit you in all cylinders once he get healthy. I don't know if his hamstring is healthy or
He's
not.
healthy. He was practicing today. He's playing Sunday. He
That's
playing Sunday.
nasty work. That's so nasty. Well, he's going to be making his debut this week, this Sunday. And I'm just happy that it's over with. I think for the Raiders, this is an opportunity to rebuild. I don't know how the season gonna go out now. I think it's gonna be more of a rebuild. It just sucks because y'all have a solid defense, man. It just y'all offense do not help y'all out at all right now, and that's y'all downfall. Every big piece that y'all have had is gone now. Josh Jacobs gone. Davante Adams gone. Derek Carr gone. Like you guys are about to be a new team You got my man Bowers, who's a stud, but you got to get a quarterback that can consistently get that man the ball, and you got to get him more help because your
And see,
defense is doing extremely well.
Bake, like, me being a person that watches these games, and this is being truthful. Aiden O'Connell didn't have a bad football game on Sunday. And I honestly believe it wasn't necessarily him playing bad. The game to me came down to 6 plays. And not 6 plays to determine the outcome, but 6 plays that changed the trajectory of how the game could have went.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? To me, we had 2 bogus roughing the passer penalties that was on 3rd down that could have got us off the field.
Right.
We had a fumble in our territory.
Yeah, I saw
Can't
that.
do that.
Yep.
You feel me? Then we had a block punt, although they didn't recover it, but it's again in our territory that turned into points.
Yep.
We had a touchdown taken off the field on a very suspect illegal man downfield call.
Yeah.
Then on that same drive going the other way, we're at the goal line. To me, he got in. The coach don't challenge it. The next play, he fumbles on the goal line.
Oh, that's nasty work.
So it's like a game at one point that could have been 22. I think it would have been like 22-14 if we'd have scored one of them touchdowns. That's 22-14 at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Who knows how that game turns out?
Right.
You feel me? And it's just those situations, man, to where, like I said, Aiden O'Connell, I watched the game. He had one bad throw. The other interception he threw was because it's 3rd and 17 and we're backed up in the end zone. Yeah. He's just trying to make a play.
Trying to make a play.
I'm not faulting him for that interception.
Right.
But overall, Bake, when I'm watching that game, man, he had one bad throw where I'm like, damn, man, you got to make that throw. But everything else, he played a solid game given the circumstances. No Davante Adams.
Yeah.
No Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
You feel me? We're still missing Michael Mayer. Like, so I think AOC going to be okay. I feel like he needs to be the quarterback of our future. I feel like he could be a solid backup for us, and we know that's going to be consistent right there.
You got your boy coming out of Georgia. They look like a stud.
I don't want Carson back. No. Give me Cam Ward, Shador, or Jalen Monroe. That's what I want.
Okay. They're not bad. They're not bad.
Those are 3 I want. And I feel like we should be able to get those 3 because who's going to be drafting a quarterback this year? High. Who should be taking a quarterback high this year?
Carolina.
Okay. Possibly.
Carolina for sure going to get a quarterback. No, they possibly. They going to get a quarterback. Who else? Depending on how New England does.
Who?
Depending on how New England does.
Well, they not punting on that situation already, bro. That's out.
I'm just saying it depends on how well he does. Like
they're not about to go back. They're not. That's going to have to be at least by year 3. They're not going back-to-back years drafting a quarterback. Jacksonville not doing it because they just played Trevor Lawrence.
They're not about to. They're not about to. Jacksonville not doing it.
You basically looking at the Browns.
The Browns for sure. The Browns.
You just go sit there and eat Deshaun Watson contract.
Yep. You got the Browns, Carolina. Who else? I'm trying to think.
That will take one high, and that means they have to be bad.
Yeah, they will. I'm trying to think. Who else is in? I think that's only 2.
That's it.
Yeah, it's only 2 right now. I think it's the Browns.
Because when you look at the AFC East, maybe
Miami.
The Dolphins,
yeah, maybe.
But
Miami.
they just paid Tua all that money.
But shoot, Tua may have to retire.
Yeah, but you just so unless he retires, you just paid him all that money.
So you got who else though? I feel like I'm missing some teams.
The Steelers division, they
Tennessee. Did they get a quarterback yet?
Who?
Tennessee.
They got Will Levis, who they just drafted.
No, Will Levis played for the Green Bay Packers.
Will Levis is not Malik Willis, boy.
Oh.
Will Levis is the white dude that started.
Oh, Malik Willis. Okay, yeah.
So don't nobody really need a quarterback. Everybody pretty much said. I mean, I'm talking drafting a quarterback high. Yeah. Could they draft one to kind of,
Yeah. I know Carolina is you for sure. You got Carolina and you got who was the other for sure? I just said the Cleveland Browns. Those are the 2 for sure.
So that means I named
Dallas
three
may
quarterbacks.
get another quarterback the way Dak playing. Even though they paid him some bread, they
They
may
gave
go
him
get another quarterback.
they
They
just they
may
just
go get
they,
another quarterback.
again, but it wouldn't be a high draft pick,
They may if they can get Shador,
man.
if
So
they can get Shador,
what you gonna do with Zach 60 million?
eat it up.
Jerry Jones is cheap as hell. Come on, babe.
They gonna eat it up.
Come on, babe.
But anyway, man, we're gonna see how that thing plays out for the Jets. But on to some other ones. Coop got a new house, and he's gonna be shooting some hoops with my man Josh Allen. Man, how do you feel about this trade? I think this is a great trade for Coop because it's gonna help me out, especially because I got him on fantasy. And I think the Bills, they don't have a number one, and you seeing it right now. Like you're seeing the Stephon Diggs missing in action for the Buffalo Bills. It's hurting their offense per se. They're struggling. Don't get me wrong. They get some plays here and there, and Josh Allen plays heroic football, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And they barely got away with it with a couple holding calls here and there. They probably lose that game too. I think that this is a big deal for them because now they got a number one. Even though he's a little bit older, he still can be a number one receiver, and he can get. And I think this is going to be a good mesh. It's going to get him the ball. It's going to revive his career. He's going to be doing some amazing things for Buffalo, and that helps the other receivers too. It's not always getting the number one so he can produce like a number one all the time, but it's always you can use that number one to help the younger receivers because we don't know who they got on that damn wide receiving core. Like it's like who?
I know who they got.
But I'm saying, but who they got wasn't. They haven't been like playmakers like that.
Keon Coleman, a rookie, he's still trying to figure it out. Mac Hollins is a journeyman.
He used to play a lot of plays. He played for the Raiders, right?
Yeah. He played for your team. Played for the Falcons just last year.
Yeah, so he's been around.
He's a journeyman. Curtis Samuel ain't really just found his place.
So it's like
Shakur is pretty nice, but he's a slot guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, they got Dalton Kincaid and Greg and Knox.
Yeah, Knox is a dog. Knox is a dog. But that's what I'm saying. Now you got a number one that can help Knox and free it up a little bit.
Well, really, Kincaid is their number one. Knox is their number two tight end. Kincaid, the one they drafted, he's that guy. Dawson, yeah. So like I said, I think it's a great trade. I agree with you, Bake. I believe that is great for Coop. You feel me? He was in purgatory in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was rough.
So I'm happy for Coop. It's gonna help my fantasy team, like you said.
Let's go.
You feel
this
me?
is good.
I feel like this could be
real good. I'm excited.
Yeah. But I think it's good. I mean, the Bills at 4-2 right now has a chance to take control.
Nasty 4-2 though.
It is, but they got a chance to take control of the division. They have a chance to take control of the division.
I still think the division is the Jets to lose. What I saw against the Jets, I think if the Jets tighten up and get right on with Davante Adams adding to the mix, and that's going to rejuvenate that offense for sure. And you're going to see a different Aaron Rodgers because now he got somebody he trusts, and he got somebody who he can rely on, who's going to help him out a lot of times. And that defense is still going to be okay. I think the defense, they do enough, but the offense don't help the defense out. That offensive line, though, and the Bills and the Jets offensive line is atrocious. They atrocious. It's awful.
And the Jets offensive line got to deal with the Steelers this week.
Yeah.
And TJ Watt.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be nasty. But they got Davante Adams, so I think we're gonna see how impactful he can be coming off that hamstring, and we're gonna see. Hopefully, he can be healthy, man. Hopefully, but it's good.
I believe he was never not healthy.
At the end of the day, I truly believe that it's good for both parties, and I think just like Cleveland's about to go on a rebuilding. They're about to try to figure things out. But good for Coop. I hope he can, do some things now. And I think he's going to be happier because he's going to be on a team that's in playoff contentions. And that's always good to be on a team that's winning.
Look, check this out. Jets is 2-4. We win this week. They win this week. We both 3-4. Jets lose this week. We win this week. We both 2-5. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Because you know what? The irony would be we go to the playoffs and they don't.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be a shit?
yeah, that'd be crazy. Y'all got it's gonna be tough because y'all
It's
in a
gonna be
tough
tough. I'm just
division.
saying, but I'm just
Because
saying
y'all gotta beat the Denver Broncos again, and y'all
we
gotta
could
hope
beat them.
y'all gotta hope y'all record tie because it's gonna be record because they already beat you once. And then
Yeah,
in
that's what
San
I'm saying. We gotta,
Diego,
we
y'all
gotta
gotta beat.
they're in our division, so
Yeah, you
we gotta
gotta
go.
win. You literally
We
gotta
gotta win.
beat.
We gotta go 4-2 in our division, or
Yeah,
3-3 at least now in our division.
yeah, you have to because you already lost two division rivals already. You
Yeah,
lost to the San Diego, the LA Chargers, and you lost to the Denver Broncos. So you gotta win those two.
and
Because
both of those next time we
if
play,
you
and the
lose
next time we
one of
play both of those,
those, it's a wrap. Because if they tie with you, y'all not getting in the playoffs because they got the tiebreaker.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out. But
it's tough. But anyway, let's
good
talk about recaps of this is week 6 now. The season is moving.
boy,
Um, Baltimore, they did what they did. They
it was a good game though.
it was a good game. It was a good
It
game.
was a good game.
It was definitely a good game. But Baltimore is gone back. They looking like the team that we knew they could be when the season started. Like they got a lot of weapons.
But we know with Baltimore, it ain't about the regular season with them no more.
Yeah, it's like the playoffs. It's the playoff. It's the playoff.
And can they get over the Patrick Mahomes hump? Like,
yeah. Well, hopefully somebody else beat them, so then you ain't got to play them. Hey,
that's another alternative.
hey
That's
man,
another
hey
alternative.
dog, I don't care. If I ain't got to play you, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Look, it ain't gonna mean nothing to me. I don't care what people say. Talk about that championship don't count. You didn't play. Ain't my fault. Pat Mahomes didn't play me. Hey, at the end of the day, he lost.
I did my
I
part.
won. He didn't get to where he was supposed to be. Blame him, not me, type thing. And so Baltimore is looking scary. I think now this is a week where let's talk about Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my God! Can we talk about something positive before we talk about something negative? Again?
I mean, okay, all right. Let's talk about Detroit.
Can we talk about the Bucks?
No, I don't want to talk about no goddamn Bucks, man. The Bucks in our division. Why would I want to talk about the Bucks?
They just put up 51
to a Saints team that didn't even have Derek Carr.
Hey, 51 is 51.
I know 51 is 50, but you look, man. Everybody knows. I don't care who you are. Mentally, it's deflating when you know you ain't got a quarterback that's going to be able to get you a W. I don't care who you are. You know, and you a coach. You know if you got a player that's like, if he's solid, but you like, dang it, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, man. We just gonna have to stay close. And once he get out of hand and they start throwing picks, it's a wrap. You know. And then the defense like, man, we ain't about to win this damn game. I don't care what the defenders say. You go out there and people start stop hustling on trying to get sacks. We've seen it, and we're gonna talk about Dallas because that's what happened with Dallas. You just see the deflation of the team where it's like, man, we just out here. It's already over. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get caught up in Tampa Bay. Yeah, they put up 51, and that's good. That's awesome for them. But it's not the same Saints team. That's not the team. It's a Saints team that don't have a quarterback that had my boy Rattler out there who's still learning, man. He didn't do as bad, but he's still learning. You know, he's still learning. So I don't like when you win games like that, those are the games you're supposed to win.
But I'm saying, and basically just based off your point, good teams win the game they're supposed to, and they went out there and handled business. So I'm looking at it as the Bucks are proven to be a good team. That last year,
for sure,
was not just a blip. You feel me? Baker's playing well. Everybody feels involved. The team is looking good. Defense is playing well. So that's what I was kind of getting at. Like the Bucks are proven to be a good team because that's what you do. You go win games against teams that you're better than. You don't make it interesting. You get their ass up out of here.
Yeah, better than that day. I don't know if they all the way better than the Saints. I'm not even a Saints fan, but I gotta see you beat the team when the team. And I get it. You only can beat the people that's there. I understand. But I gotta see them beat the team when they're at their strength, so you can really see. Because like, remember, the Saints beat Carolina. Everybody was talking about the Saints. Saints beat Dallas. Everybody was talking about the Saints, and then they start playing against other teams that can give them a good competition, and they've been on a little rut right now. And so it's gonna be interesting to see. So I ain't mad at the Bucks, but I do like what Detroit is doing, man.
Ooh, wee.
Detroit has changed the culture of their team. Like, remember Detroit before they got Barry Sanders and before they started used to have, Calvin Johnson. Even when they had Calvin Johnson at times,
Trash.
it was like, hey, man, circle that game as a win. They'll play real, real hard and they'll do a lot, but they'll always find a way to F up a game and lose it. This team mentality is different. It's tough. It's gritty. It's like smash mouth. And they got a little flair to it. It's like we was just talking like golf. Remember we used to clown golf and be like, golf is off, right? When he was in, when he was in LA, we don't keep it. I'm gonna keep it stat. We used to clown him and say, man, it ain't it. It ain't it. And he went to Detroit and revitalized his career. He just looks like a different player, man. He looks like he's happy. He looks like he's having fun. And that team is scary. And we're going to have them this week because they play against the Minnesota Vikings. And right now they're playing for the division right now. Leading of the division, which is a major game that we're going to talk about. But I love the culture that he's building in it. And to see what they did to Dallas, man. I want to talk about Dallas, because all the other games, it was some good, cool, solid games. And my boys, shout out to my boys. Shout out to my dogs. We finally did what we were supposed to do. It almost got scary for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. We was letting them in, and then we finally put it away. And I was so proud of my boys to not allow a team that we know we shouldn't be losing to beat us. To go in Carolina to play on the road. We've been at home for a couple of weeks. Been having that good time. 3 home game stretch. To go on the road is not easy. You get comfortable. The food tastes different when you're at home than when you're on the road. And to go in Carolina and do what we needed to do, I'm so proud of my boys. That was a big win for us because we got to win every game that we're supposed to win because our freaking schedule is crazy tough. So I'm so proud of my boys to get that done. We got a tough one this week, though. We got a tough one.
Seattle.
We got Seattle, and that's not going to be an easy game. That's going to be a very tough game, and they coming off a L to the San Francisco 49ers. And we're gonna have to go out there and get it. We don't get a bye. The only thing I'm nervous about is we don't get a bye until like December. God dang it, we don't.
Y'all go like week 13, week 14.
Yeah, we don't get a bye till a long. And you know how it is when you start playing. That body takes a toll. Yeah. So I'm just praying that we can just continue to stay healthy and just continue to look efficient. But let's talk about that whooping, man.
BTA, a thoroughbred BTA.
What's going on in Dallas?
They don't have an identity, babe. They don't have an identity. Most when you look at good teams, when we've talked about all the good teams, we know exactly what those good teams are going to do.
Right.
We know exactly. Think about the Ravens; they're going to run the ball. They're going to play good defense, but they're going to run the ball. You think about all the good teams. Just any good team. Kansas City, they're gonna play great defense. They got Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Everybody got an identity. The Houston Texans, they're real balanced right now with the run game and the pass game, and C.J. Stroud is finding his weapons. The Bills, they got Josh Allen. They just added a receiver, so we about to see how that's about to work for them. Washington, they're relying on their young guns, but they have an identity. They run the ball. They play good complementary football.
Right.
The 49ers is finding their way. We don't really know what they got going on, but because they're trying to get healthy because they hella beat up.
Yeah.
And then you look at the NFC North, right? All those teams got 4 wins.
That's crazy. And it was looking real, bruh. We're going to talk about that. But yeah.
You feel me? So Dallas don't have an identity. What are they? They don't run the ball well because the O-line can't block. They don't pass the ball well because they really only got CeeDee Lamb and people is doubling him and taking him out the picture. The defense can't stop a goddamn cold in Alaska butt naked while it's raining. They can't do nothing. Defense can't stop the run. Defense can't stop the pass. Defense ain't getting to the pass rusher. Defense ain't forcing no turnovers. They defense is just out there at this point.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the problem is they don't have an identity. And when you don't have an identity in football, that's what's going to hurt you. The last couple of years, they've had an identity. You feel me? They're gonna pass the. You knew they was gonna pass the ball. They're gonna throw it around, run it a little bit, but the defense is gonna play complementary football. But right now, ain't nobody complimenting nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody complimenting nothing, brother.
It's to be honest with you, I never seen a team quit.
Ooh, not the Q word.
Yeah, man. It was some plays where I was just like, bro, they just out there. They didn't want to tackle. They didn't. It was just like the heart was stripped away from them, man. I'm thinking, I'm like, I mean, I know they don't got my boy Bland. Bland ain't playing,
He should be back this week. I'm hearing.
and I know they lost Gilmore. You know what I mean? They lost another shutdown corner, and then in my head, I'm like, I know they didn't have their two dogs. I know they missing their passwords, so I understand that. But it's just a different feeling when a team goes out there trying to win and playing with heart. I just felt like they don't believe in their offense because their offense don't have, like you said, they can't run the football. This is the first time I've seen Dallas have a team that don't run the football well. Dallas Cowboys has always been known for being able to run the football. They can't run the football to save their life. They've always been at least a solid run football team. Always. And that used to help out for the play action, open it up for Dak to be able to. This drop back pass is not their identity and it's not who they are. And they can't run the football, and that's hurting them. That offensive line, man. You usually think of Dallas Cowboys as a great offensive line team. It's rare to think of Dallas as a team that can't block.
Yeah, they best offensive lineman Zach Martin is out here getting bullied.
It's bad right now. It is bad, and the defense ain't covering nobody. But it's not even about covering. It's about coming up and trying to make a play. You don't even see him trying to make plays right now. Oh, what happened to my dog? What happened to my dog? He didn't disappear. But you don't even see him trying to make plays, Jack. And that's the biggest issue that I'm having with the Dallas Cowboys. Because it's like, what happened to Dallas? What happened to Dallas? What happened to the Dallas Cowboys? Why did they just disappear? Was Dan Quinn really like that? Is he really that great of a, I mean, I know he's good, but damn, like, is he so good that your whole defense look brand new?
Pause.
Pause. Oh.
Somebody getting cussed out.
Oh, man, come on, man. Let's do this. But I'm trying to figure out, is Dan Quinn really like that?
Hey, it's from what I'm hearing, listening to all these NFL pundits and experts, this roster is just not good.
What?
That's
who do they not have on their roster that they had last year?
well, they basically saying like people around them have upgraded and they just thought that what they didn't have was going to come back and make it better. They didn't have Trayvon Diggs last year, but then you get Trayvon Diggs, you lose Gilmore, then Bland gets hurt. You feel me? They thought they was going to shore up the middle linebacker position with Michael Kendricks, but then he gets hurt. Then they like, well, we got D-Law and we got Parsons, and now they didn't got hurt. You feel me? Then you bring Zeke back, hoping he was going to bring a little spark, but he's still big and out of shape, so he ain't doing nothing. And Brandon Cooks is out. So it's like the roster didn't really get better. That's what people are saying overall, that this is just not a good roster. And sometimes you just have to chalk it up to not being a good team.
Man.
I don't think –
But you can't tell me they're not a good team if they win games on the road. They are 3-0 on the road. They are atrocious at home.
That's crazy. And they didn't begin their ass whooped at home.
You can't tell me not a good team, because a not a good team lose all games. They are one of the best road teams in the NFL right now. Undefeated. And they went into some dog water places and they got the dub. So you can't tell me they just not a good team. That's a cop-out. Something ain't right.
Nobody's not saying it's not a good team. They saying that it's not a roster that's going to win consistently. So they'd be a middle-of-the-road team, 8-9, 9-8. You feel me? They're not this team that over the past 4 seasons, 3 seasons have won 12 games. So that's what they're saying. This is not a 12-game winning roster.
So let me ask you this. So you
middle of the
telling
road
me
team.
the Washington Commanders got better players than the Dallas Cowboys?
No, I just think the Washington Commanders have a new energy, and the Cowboys' energy is the same. They still got Mike McCarthy.
Hmm. I think it's time to make a shift. I think it's time to make a major
Oh
shift.
yeah, he in the last year of his deal.
Yeah, I think it's time to make a shift. He haven't really gave Cowboys their identity. They've been winning. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's time to get the new culture, and it may be even time to get a new quarterback. Because Dak right now, I don't know what Dak's
Hey,
doing.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, this is where Jerry Jones always messes up at. Right. So Dak is in the final year of his contract. You don't have to pay. You didn't have to pay him.
Right.
Like you didn't. You folded because you felt that if I secured Dak, everything else gonna take care of itself. You didn't have to pay him.
Yeah.
You could have let him walk with his coach and rebuilt this whole situation. But Jerry Jones is old and stubborn. Did you hear about his interview where he basically told the radio people that he can fire them and he was coming for their people jobs?
Yeah.
Sound like a real old man.
He's bitter. They lost on his birthday. He was ready to turn up. And they did not just lose. They got embarrassed on his birthday. And I think you know.
Oh shit.
What?
Fantasy draft.
Fantasy draft for basketball?
Yeah.
This man right here, dog. But look, you messing up. Look at this man. But anyway, I truly believe that it's time for a new direction. I think they're going to go get a quarterback this year. I think they're going to get a quarterback this year.
Donovan Mitchell. I'm up right now.
They're going to get a quarterback this year. And I truly believe that this is going to be the last year possibly we see Dak at Prescott. If they don't turn it around. If they don't make the playoffs, I think it's going to be the last year. Let's talk about upcoming games this week. We got some big games this week. We got Minnesota. Man, mute the goddamn thing, man. We doing a show.
I know, man. Hold up. Why is it? It's usually not even.
We sorry about the ghetto-ness right now. Talk nation. Man, Reason over here worrying about fantasy, man. We doing a dang show.
Hey man, didn't nobody say nothing to you when you was doing fantasy and the show?
I was still playing. I was still what's the name? And I was talking to you while we doing the show, man. I was still active and engaged. But anyway, let's see the upcoming picks as we got, a tough week, a good week this week. Let's see this week. Oh, shout out to New York. They up 2-1 in the series.
They just won again today?
For the WNBA, yes.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the
WNBA?
I thought you was talking about.
No. Dodgers right now is up 4-0 right now. Hopefully we can finish and get it done. But the women, the WNBA is up 2-0. I'm about to look at the what is that? I'm about to look at the
picks for the week.
I'm about to look at the games. So yeah, let's talk about
set up.
Okay, let's get it.
We got a slew of games.
Let's get it. We did awful last week. Last week was an awful week.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, you up 13 now.
What, I won a game? What game? I don't even remember what game I won. What game did I win?
You won the Colts one.
Oh, you win Titans.
Yeah, but hold up. I think I gave you one extra point.
It was we did under or over.
You did the over.
What was the over? It was 30, right?
40. No, it was 43, and they only got 37. So
okay, so I'm up 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything else was trash. We was dog water. We lost the Jets game.
We only honestly no.
Yeah, we lost the Jets game.
We lost. So listen, we lost the Jets game. We won the Bengals game, and we won the Ravens game, and then you won one of the Colts game. So you went.
Yeah. So I went
4-1, and I went 3-2.
Yeah.
That wasn't that bad.
Feels like it was bad. It felt like it was bad. It did. It felt like it was bad. Yeah. So what's the games we got this week? We got some good games. We got starting with the Broncos Saints. Is Derek Carr back?
No, Derek Carr's still not back. So I was taking the Broncos.
Yeah. What's the is it over or under?
We got
what is it?
38.
I think, yeah. I'm going Broncos over.
I'm going Broncos under.
All right.
All right. Texans at Packers. We got a
Woo!
whole bunch of games this week. Whole bunch of good games this week.
All right. Texans versus Packers.
Yes, sir.
Where's it at?
In Green Bay.
Ooh. What's the over under?
47.
Green Bay coming off a bye. I'm going Green
Yes.
Bay. I'm going Green Bay over.
Going Green Bay over?
Yeah.
I got the Texans.
All right.
I got the Texans over.
All right. What we got next?
Hold up. Trying to. Got a lot going on here.
What's the Detroit game? What time is that?
That's the next one. I got Texans over, and you got Packers what?
Over.
All right. Lions at Vikings. 50.
Woo! 50?
50.
What you got? Because I went first last time.
Give me the Lions under.
50 is a lot of goddamn points. I ain't gonna hold you. That's like a big scoring game. I feel like this is gonna be a defensive game. They're gonna put some points up, but I don't know about no 50 though. I like that too. I ain't gonna hold you. I like the Detroit Lions in Minnesota, coming off a bye. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm only doing this because I feel like Minnesota needs this. This is to show if they really are them. To beat Detroit, who is a great football team, I want to go Minnesota under. Go Minnesota under. I'm gonna go Minnesota under at the crib, coming off a bye. They're 5-0. I know this is a game that they can definitely lose, but I think they gotta win this game. I'm only doing this because they gotta win this game to show that they are like that. And this is me putting a little stake or stock in Minnesota to say that they're like that.
Okay. Chiefs Niners. You already said you was taking the Niners.
Yeah, you got the Chiefs, right?
Yep.
Chiefs, Niners. What's the over under?
46.
Ooh. I'm going
Chiefs over.
Yeah, I'm going Niners over. This is a big game.
Jets at Steelers.
This is Monday night?
Sunday.
Woo. You going Steelers, right? Because you said they at the crib?
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers because I just want to make sure the Jets lose. I'm being petty.
No, I know. And Russell Wilson playing QB. We didn't even talk about Justin Fields being benched.
Well, they ain't official yet. We don't know for sure. They still ain't quite made that decision.
You said you going Steelers over?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to go Jets over because they got Davante Adams and they got to win this game. This is a big game. They lose this game with Davante Adams. This is awful. I think that the Jets got to win this game. So I'm going Jets over.
All right. Ravens at Bucks, 50, Monday night. We got 2 Monday night games.
Ravens at the Bucks. I'm going because I need the Bucks to win. I need the Ravens to win. So I'm going Ravens over.
I'm taking the Bucks. Give me Bucks over.
Yeah, Now this one is nasty. The
And the
Chargers
last one
versus
is
the
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Yep. I might need another big.
Chargers versus the Cardinals. Woo. 43. I'm going to go. This one's tough. Because they playing in Arizona. Arizona's good. They like a. Did Arizona play last week?
Yeah, they lost to the Packers.
What was the score?
I
Oh
don't know.
damn. Yeah. I'm gonna go Chargers. I like what Harbaugh doing. I'm going Chargers over. That's what I'm going. I'm going Chargers over.
Yeah, I don't know. See, the only thing is I don't know if Marvin Harrison's not playing or not because he was in a concussion protocol. But I'm gonna take the Chargers. I don't want to.
So, how many games we got this week? Because we got a lot of goddamn games, man. Don't be trying to make us have a lot of games because there's a lot of games so you come back. Don't be slick now, dog.
Man, I picked all. I mean, I picked all the big games this week.
How many we got?
We got the Thursday night game.
One.
We got 2 morning games.
That's this guy.
Because it's a big game. Why are we not? Why are we not pick the big games? We got 2 big morning games.
What's the big morning game?
The Texans and the Packers.
That's not a big one. It's not as big as the Detroit and Minnesota.
But those are 2 playoff teams.
But it's not this guy. All right. And then how many games we got in the afternoon?
We got 1 game in the afternoon.
And then we got
only thing that's
Sunday.
different is because we got 2 Monday night games.
And you have to.
We don't have to. Okay, you don't want to do. We don't have to do Chargers.
No. We can do that. If it's Monday night, our goal is 1 morning, 1 afternoon, Sunday night, Monday night, and don't be trying to add more games so you come back, dog.
It's not about. It could work against me.
I know it can, but I'm just saying this man over here. Hey, it's all good. I like it though, cause this give me an opportunity to take the lead and go crazy. But if I can go undefeated this week, this season is over.
It is.
It's over.
This right here is the main.
Because I'm up 12 right now.
It's either I'm gonna stay close and keep it at 12, or I'm gonna cut it in half.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good week. It's a good week. I think we good. But anyway, we got basketball next week, so we gonna start basketball right, and we're gonna do that thing. Next week's show is gonna be all predicated to the NBA kickoff. The kickoff is what? The 25th, the 22nd?
22nd.
What day is that? Next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday.
Yes, that's perfect because then we can do our show on Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever the case may be, and we can talk about the kickoff and all that other good stuff. I think that's gonna be good because then we get to see some games, talk about some games. Ain't really nothing been really going on right now. You know, it's just preseason, people just playing and things like that. So anyway, that is going to do it for today's show. Y'all let us know in the comments below how y'all see this week's going as far as like games. We got a lot of big games this week. A lot of big games, a lot of good football. And man, we got Texas, Georgia, bro. Woo! Texas, Georgia, bro. That's gonna be nasty work. And then Alabama plays. Who they play?
Tennessee, I think.
Alabama plays Tennessee. Golly, boy. I'm going to be in a house watching some football. For real. But we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Y'all guys stay blessed. Y'all guys have an amazing. Oh! We'll do that next time. Because we're going to be starting a new segment, and I can't wait to bring it up. We ain't going to spoil it, but next time we got something special for you guys. We're going to change it up. Instead of culture topic, we're going to keep it because me and Reason's trying to go somewhere next year in April. It's going to be April? April. So we got something that we're going to be introducing next week, man. We're going to do that next week, and it's going to be a good time. But y'all stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always remember to talk that talk. Until next time, baby.
Hey.